Three so-called HOA enforcers laid hands on my wife. On our property, they shoved her, cornered her, punched her, thinking no one would stop them. They didn't know I was watching, and they definitely didn't know I'm a combat veteran. 12 years infantry, Fallujah, Kandahar, you name it, I don't start fights. But if you bring one to my family, I finish it. This isn't just another HOA horror story. This is what happens when the wrong men pick the wrong house and get folded like laundry on a suburban driveway. We bought this place 3 years ago. Quiet corner lot, nothing fancy. Double garage, nice lawn, hedges trimmed sharp. My wife Lena loved it. Finally had space for her garden, peace and quiet. The neighborhood seemed decent. People waved, minded their business. Just how I liked it. And me? I kept a low profile. Didn't tell folks I'd served. I just mowed lawns, fixed fences, stayed out of trouble. The HOA at first? Tame. Some emails, guidelines. No big deal. Then came Rick Thompson. New HOA president with a clipboard in one hand and an ego in the other. Rick brought in enforcers. 3 guys, matching polo shirts, walkie-talkies, flashlights in the daytime. They weren't security guards. They weren't cops, just punks who'd seen too many action movies. I caught them creeping around properties, taking photos of people's yards, checking mailboxes, and nobody stopped them. Until that morning. I was on a Zoom call when I heard shouting from the driveway, stepped outside, and froze. Lena was surrounded. One guy had a clipboard. Another shoved a pamphlet in her face. The third, too close, talking nonsense about hanging basket violations. Then, he shoved her. She stumbled, not hard, but enough. Her eyes locked with mine, shocked, hurt. My phone hit the porch. I didn't shout, I didn't threaten, I just walked, calm, controlled. The clipboard guy tried to bark orders. "Sir, this is HOA business." I didn't blink. I said, "Step away from my wife." He chuckled. Big mistake. I grabbed his wrist mid-gesture, twisted, snap, clipboard dropped. He yelped like a kicked dog. Second guy puffed his chest, said something about assaulting an HOA officer. That was the last thing he said before my elbow cracked his jaw. He dropped like a sack of drywall. The third came swinging. I ducked, pivoted, dropped him with a knee to the ribs. He folded, gasping like a fish. They weren't warriors, just neighborhood bullies in uniform polos. The one still standing pulled out his phone. "I'm calling the cops." I smiled. "Good. I've been waiting for this." We'd filed 2 complaints already. Harassment, trespassing. Nothing happened. But Lena? She'd turned on the driveway camera. Every second caught on HD. The officer who arrived? Officer Janowitz. We trained together years ago. She looked at me, then at the 3 men laid out on my driveway. She nodded. Lena showed her the footage. Clear push, harassment, my response. Janowitz didn't waste time. She cuffed the one still conscious. "You assaulted a civilian on private property and got dropped by a veteran in self-defense." Then Rick Thompson arrived, HOA kingpin, started shouting, "This is HOA business." Janowitz cut him off. "No, sir. This is now a criminal investigation." The footage went viral on the neighborhood forum that night. Title: HOA thugs beat veteran's wife, got folded by her husband. Comments exploded. Turns out these enforcers had terrorized half the street. Fake fines, trespassing, threatening elderly neighbors, all of it. 2 got served restraining orders. The one who hit Lena, charged with assault. I filed civil, trespassing, harassment, emotional distress, not for money, for record. Rick panicked. Emergency HOA meeting. I didn't go. Lena did. She walked in, with Officer Janowitz at her side, and a folder full of testimonies. Neighbors stood up, told their stories. When she read aloud how they threatened a single mom over a stroller, the room erupted. Rick resigned on the spot. HOA board disbanded. County auditor stepped in. Turns out, dozens of fines. Missing. No records, just cash. That night, Lena and I sat on the porch. sipping tea, watching the stars. "You didn't even break a sweat," she said. I just smiled. I may mow lawns now, but I'm still that guy when I need to be. 2 days later, the guy who'd swung on me showed up, limping, with a handwritten apology. I took it, said nothing. Lena burned it in the fire pit. Ever had to face off with an out-of-control HOA? Drop your story in the comments. I read every single one. And if you're sick of HOA thugs pushing people around, subscribe to Dead End Declaration, where the bullies fall and the truth stands tall.